It is no question that university students are under a large amount of stress due to them having to balance their academic and social lives while also worrying about their job potential and student loans. The Gonzaga mission statement shows a commitment to the development of the whole person, one of the most important attributes being mental health. We defend Gonzaga's commitment to the emotional well-being of their students by looking at the services Gonzaga provides, student engagement, and interviews with students and faculty. To understand how Gonzaga helps students to develop positive mental health, we must look at what mental health is and what specifically affects college students. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Further, it determines how we relate to others. In the study, Stress, Mental Health Symptoms, and Help Seeking in College Students, we are shown that college students show low rates of help-seeking behavior despite being at risk for experiencing certain stressors and mental health problems. It also tells us that the most common stressors are related to academics, finances, intimate relationships, and sleep problems. This lack of student engagement by not reaching out to faculty and friends is indicative of poor mental health. Throughout the Gonzaga experience, the question of how to get students engaged is the central focus.
Is the dogs that they bring to the library during finals, midterms, etc.
They have intramural sports.
So true.
They have cure personalis and free therapy.
They have the meditation room upstairs in Hemmingson.
My name is Emma and I'm a resident assistant in Coghlan Hall, and part of our role as RAs is making sure that our residents are really healthy and happy as whole people. We know that school can be really stressful and that they come back from the classroom a lot of the times really stressed and really just not in a very good place mentally and emotionally, and so our role as RAs is to make the halls a really great place that's healthy for our residents.
Do you believe that the majority of students at GU are happy?
What I will say is I think a lot of students at GU are fairly content and they really enjoy their time here and they're working towards this fuller idea of happiness, right? Because I think I've never been at a school where students are so earnest and they're earnest in their desire to be good people and to be in community in ways that are enriching and fairly healthy, right? Sometimes you light sofas on fire, but for the most part, yeah. So for the most part, though, students here they want to learn how to live well.
Thinking about how Gonzaga creates spaces to foster mental health may raise the question of whether students actually use the resources provided. One might argue that while having these services is great, it doesn't help anyone unless they are being used. A good level of student engagement would indicate positive mental health for the campus. The National Survey of Student Engagement, NSSE, creates surveys for participating institutions to measure this. Gonzaga is part of Project D, whose goal is to develop a comprehensive understanding of what 20 strong performing institutions do to promote student engagement. Gonzaga has been a part of this project from 2002 until now. This indicates that Gonzaga is in the top percentile of schools when it comes to student engagement. The theme of mental health is showing up as one of the biggest concerns threatening young adults in many first world countries. It isn't always certain why, but there's a generation of kids growing up with excess amounts of stress, building up and manifesting into the various depression and anxiety disorders. The Jesuit education that Gonzaga provides is a perfect answer to combating these problems because of their focus on the whole person. As a university, Gonzaga actively prepares students for the real world by not just giving them the degree they worked for, but also aiding in their development of mental health to become better functioning members of the global community.